Do not be ignoring those repeating eights. This is a huge sign from the universe that you're about to have a timeline shift. This is going to lead to more prosperity, abundance, wealth, power, and a nice karmic release. Yes, this is what the universe is trying to tell you when you see those repeating numbers seemingly randomly on license plates, a billboard, in a phone number. Be careful with that because advertisers will use that to try to get your attention. So we'll talk about how to discern when it's a real sign and when it's just an advertising trick. But first, let's break down the angel number 8. This is associated with your whole being opening up and getting into a flow. So this is a time to look at what have you been doing to attract in certain things in your life, for good or for bad. If you have been wanting more abundance and wealth and you've been meditating, you've been praying, and now you're seeing repeating eights, it's here. It's here. Now, remember, I said that timeline shift. We're going to get into how to do that so that you can fully capture the power of this moment. But when you see those repeating eights, it's important to take a pause. Can't stress this enough. You have to take a pause and see what's happening. Do you feel like you're opening? Do you feel like you're expanding? Do you feel a little giddy? Do you feel like everything's okay? Do you feel at peace? Or do you feel like your mind is flipping around trying to analyze what those eights mean? Very different things. If you feel it in your whole being, it's a whole being experience. That's a message from your angels. They're whispering to you that you're going to be okay. You're going to be in that good flow, or you're going to get out of a karmic loop. It's time so the eights can be an ending in some cases. So it's time to stop with the negative thinking maybe, or especially if you're seeing eights and ones together, it definitely means that. You got to watch your thinking. Or you're seeing repeating eights and they're saying, hey, that money is coming to you. I cannot tell you how many times I have seen when I'm getting ready to move or there's about to be an influx of money coming my way, just eights all over the place. And I pause. I pay attention. If it feels expansive, I say thank you. Thank you. And when you say thank you, allow yourself to get excited. Not intellectually excited of, wow, I'm going to win the lottery and I'm going to get a Bugatti. I'm going to get this mansion. I'm going to get all... No. The expansive feeling of prosperity, abundance, and wealth, and having power over your own life where you don't have to, go somewhere and get abused every day just to be able to make ends meet kind of thing, right? So let's talk about timeline shifts. What does that look like when you're experiencing it? You stay in that moment and just feel the feeling of being, like I said, abundant, prosperous, wealthy, being in a home that is yours and paid for, that is beautiful. What do you want to experience? Step into that emotion that will come once you step into the emotion of it, coming through the heart space. This will start to radiate out all around you. And again, you're going to feel like an opening. It depends on where you are on your current timeline as to how overt this is going to seem. For some of you, this could be a very subtle shift where you've been primed and set up for this payout or this payoff. And so you'll just kind of gently go into it. Whereas others, you might be snapped back to reality and you might start to have thoughts like, well, if I want to be prosperous and abundant, I have to trust in my talents. That's a big one. I have to trust in my talents, or I have to tune out people who are trying to make me small so that they seem more important. Just because someone says it doesn't make it fact, and reminding yourself of that. So there are two examples there. One where you kind of subtly walk into your new timeline, and another one where you're having to really kind of shift and clear out old thinking or old influences. The people around you are probably still going to say this, that, and the other. It's how you respond to it, how you allow that to shift your energy. So if you're in a good mood and someone says, you did a lousy job at that, or you'll never make it as a business owner, if you believe that and you allow that to collapse your energy, seeing repeating eights, this reminds you to get back up if you need to get back up, or to not allow yourself to crumble in the first place. I love that for us, right? So I'm sure you're here because you've been seeing some repeating eights, or maybe you just stumbled across it and now you're going to notice the repeating eights. But this would be your chance to talk to the angels. Talk to them through your heart space. Now, I always recommend going into meditation. That way the ego consciousness is not interfering, again, trying to overanalyze. And two, you don't want to open the mental body and then you just want it so badly that you think an angel is talking to you about abundance because you just want it so badly. That's why we say be anchored in the heart. You want the mind and the heart online with one another. That's where you're going to be able to get the purest messages about how you specifically need to shift your timeline. Now, for some of you, it would look like giving up a certain career, shifting careers entirely. For others, you might get the message of, I've done everything I need to do, and now the payoff is coming. So you remain in your current career, however you make money, it's just more is coming in. Now, repeating eights can also help you remember to not be disheartened when times are tough. It's interesting because all the years that I've been doing readings for people, when there's any talk of a recession or economic woes, housing market, all of those things, clients will come to me and say, I've been seeing repeating eights, or I'll see some combination with an eight in it. Now that goes into a whole other thing. The vibration of other numbers with an eight will affect that messaging for you. I'll have a whole series up so you can watch each video and be able to piece it together. But it's interesting how when there is an economic dip, that's where people start getting these messages from the angels. It's going to be okay. It might be tough now, but you will always have enough. You will always be resourceful. And this is another attribute of the number 8. You will always figure it out. Even if you don't have the amount of money you think you need, you'll be able to make the most of what you have. And in that, there could be some sort of creative project that springs to life. I'm telling you, this is a beautiful, beautiful thing. If you're seeing repeating 8s, you have something spring to life, or you'll have a sudden realization. Maybe it's, I don't want this career. I don't want to be spending my life in the big city. Maybe that's draining you financially. All of those kinds of realizations pop up, and this is what fuels a timeline shift. Now, the other thing is with repeating 8s, you get onto your soul's contract, or you're skipping into another chapter. Now, this can happen for certain people. It kind of goes along with that timeline shift. So if it is time for you to stop being a teacher and to go out and strike out on your own and start a business, that's ending one chapter and starting a new one. But with the repeating number 8s, it starts to take on a slightly different meaning, in that you don't want to take old karmic lessons and bring them into the new chapter. So this overall is incredibly powerful, incredibly positive, and it's expansive. But we just need to watch what energy flow, what energy through line are we connected into. If you want to know more about angel numbers, you want to get on those meditations, check out these videos here.